Hello, welcome to Ivy Law Offices weekly YouTube live. I am attorney Wilberforce Agyekum.
Hello, everyone. This is Jumoke Oladapo, attorney. We're immigration attorneys,
All right.
and it's the planning attorney.
For Maryland.
From Maryland. You're welcome. Good to have you again.
Yep. Okay, so today we were going to briefly talk to you about a particular type of visa. It's called the U visa. Now, the background regarding U visa, I'm going to give you briefly, and then we'll talk about just a few eligibility requirements before we end this. Criminal activities do not always involve residents of a particular city or country. Many criminals target those who are staying in the country as tourists and visitors or even illegal immigrants. These victims of crimes are often valuable witnesses and can offer insight into convicting the criminal. However, they are sometimes reluctant to provide this information since they are scared of being deported, understandably. To eliminate this fear, which stands as a barrier to catching many criminals, the U.S. Congress passed the Victims of Trafficking and Violence Protection Act together with the Battered Immigrant Women's Protection Act in 2000. So, Attorney Jumoke, what is the U visa exactly? Tell us a little bit about that.
All right. So, a U visa is a U.S. non-immigrant visa, and it's for victims of criminal activities. So, if the victim has suffered mental harm or physical abuse in any way, it's designed to help such a non immigrant get the visa so that they can live and work in the United States. So, it's designed for two major reasons. The first is that it's to protect victims of crime who are not US citizens. And the second is to be able to gather information regarding crimes. So the U visa protects victims by giving them the legal status in the United States, whereby they also have to cooperate with the law enforcement agencies so that they can be able to stand against the crimes committed. So they'll be working with the law enforcement by giving them valuable information so that the police or law enforcement will be able um, to accost the people that are the criminals. And by you working with the law enforcement agency as a reciprocity, you may ask that a U visa be filed for you.
Good. And now, qualifications for U visa. To qualify for the U visa, the crime must have happened within U.S. territory. Also, the victim of the crime must fulfill several criteria, such as be the victim of one of the crimes listed that we will talk about in a little bit, have suffered physical or mental abuse from the crime, be willing to cooperate with the U.S. government regarding the crime, having information regarding the crime which they share with law enforcement. If the victim is under 16 years old, they may have a family member or guardian share the information for them. The victim is admissible, as Jumoke mentioned earlier, as a non immigrant in the U.S. In the case a victim is inadmissible, they must file Form I-192, application for advance permission to enter as a non immigrant. If this form is approved, the inadmissibility will be waived. Now, what are some of the crimes that may qualify an individual for non-immigrant status, Attorney Jumoke?
All right. So it's mind blowing that there are quite a number of crimes that are called qualifying crimes that can be used for a basis of getting a U visa. So if you are a victim of any of the crimes that were mentioned below, we'll mention a few, but the list is extensive. So if the crimes such as abduction, domestic violence, female gender mutilation, if you're hostage, kept hostage, or kidnapping, those are part of the crimes. Abusive sexual contact, extortion, ferocious assault, torture, slave trade, rape, manslaughter, blackmail, false imprisonment, murder, voluntary servitude, stalking, sexual assault, and the list goes on. As I said, the list is extensive. So if you are a victim of any of these criminal offenses and you came in as a non-immigrant, even if your non-immigrant status has expired, and you feel that you may qualify for a U visa by working and cooperating with law enforcement to um, track the criminal and get a conviction on them, then you want to speak with an attorney to help you analyze your case and see if you may qualify.
Good. So yes, there are quite a few crimes. So if you're not certain about your situation, you do want to ask an attorney about it so they can help you. Okay. So we will definitely give you our contact information after we are done. Now, some of the benefits of the U visa include, well, those victims who are granted U visa status have the right to remain in the U.S. for the period that their visa is valid for. They become legal non immigrants and have the following rights: they have a right to open a bank account, to get a driver's license, to enroll in an academic or vocational study, or work as a legal employee in the United States. Attorney Jumoke, can you talk a little bit more about working as a U visa holder in the U.S.?
All right, this is a benefit that is really beneficial, the ability to work in the United States. And the right to work is automatic for a U visa holder. So immediately after the victim is granted the U visa status, they can obtain work authorization or EAD. They don't have to separately apply for work authorization because it's almost automatic to get one with the approval of a U visa. And U visa holders can work in any legal industry and in any capacity, both as full time and part time. Additionally, they don't need to find a job immediately because sometimes they're victims of crimes and they have to be in hidings and things like that. But once they're able and capable, the EAD will give them the right to work whenever they want and feel that they're able to do so.
Okay, so that's a little bit that we could give you about U visas. It's very important and it's beneficial to those immigrants, non-immigrants in the U.S., and also illegal immigrants in the U.S. If you're a victim of crime, the U visa will be available to you if you qualify based on some of the things we talked about. And if you're not sure, please let us know.
Yeah, in addition, it's good to know that U visa also has a pathway to getting a green card. So if you have a U visa, after a certain number of years, I believe after 3 years of physical presence, among other requirements, you may be able to apply for green card. So if you think you qualify for this, speak with an attorney that knows about this.
We know about this.
Yes, we do. So we're gonna give you a contact information. Is it time for that now?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. So we want to give you a contact information. We're from Ivy Law Office. We're located in Greenbelt, Maryland. And our phone number is 301-276-0887. Again, 301-276-0887. Would like you to call us or go to our website, www.ivylaw.office.com, www.ivylaw.office.com, We look forward to helping someone. Each one can reach one, and that's why we're here today. So please contact us if you know someone that may be eligible, or if you are and you have questions about it.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you again next week. We will likely talk about Maryland estate planning next week. So join us for that. And we'll also give you information about our upcoming seminars. So you'll be prepared for that next year, early next year.
Yeah, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like us on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
All right.
You can find us. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Bye bye.